What's up guys, Phoenix here. This video is going to be another DevPro duel video, and again, not in a ranked because I'm playing with a different set of OCG cards this time. I'm playing Deskbots with the new cards, i.e. Deskbot Base and Deskbot 9. So ultimately, I'm hoping that things can go my way, because this deck is very, very aggressive. It's very turbo-oriented. The only trap in this deck is Solemn Warning. And I guess if you wanted to count Max C's as defensive cards, there are two of those. But the rest of it is just all draw combo cards and then Twin Twister just to deal with backer related threats, which is what's going to be, dealt with here. So base is very interesting. I really like it. I really like the dynamic that it provides for the deck, because it just lets you draw extra cards and get where you need to be. So I'm going to go ahead and activate this, and I'm going to basically attempt to draw into like 3 or something. I'm going to put all 3 of these back because there's no reason for me to keep any of them. I did not get to Deskbot 3, but what I can use is, since I've got 4, I can use Twin Twister on these, and I can discard 5 for that, and then I'll be able to get 5 out of my grave. And then depending on what this is, I'll be able to send 1 accordingly, and then 5 will be able to pop his gates. So that will be actually just a really good interaction. So Twin Twister hitting Bottomless and Warning. What a champion. And then this is 1,000, so that just certainly helps. I should just be able to send 2 and get over anything that this is. So, oh yeah, that's definitely something I can just send 2 and get over, and then I can search for 3. And everything will be fine, and Dan D. So, yes, we'll use its effect, get back 2, and get back 5. And then 5 can use its effect, 2 can use its effect as well, 5 will pop gates, and now he's just really low on cards. And 3 is the card I want to search here, and now I can just set Warning and pass, because while it's not really the best, it just allowed me to play through his cards because he didn't open nearly as well as he probably could or should have, and just all of these other factors go in line and go into play. I feel like this is going to be one of those multi-game videos, simply because it's already only 2 minutes in. Tour guide. I'm gonna wait for you to use the effect, and then I'm gonna Warning it, just so that I don't know, I'm just so used to playing around duality and shit, that all of that just happens. So alright, so now at this point I get to play the game of try and pump things to be large. Now, let's see. If I search, I've got both my low scales. That's unfortunate. So I'm going to shuffle these 2 back. I'm not going to put 3 back because I want it. I want to try and draw into something else. Machine Dupe. Not exactly what I was looking for, but it'll do. I don't even know why I'm trying to be all neat and nonsense. I don't even need to get a search here. I can just get Deskbot 9 straight from deck, and that's just the safest way to win. Even though it won't be as large as it probably, as it should be, it's still going to be rather big. It's still going to be over 10k. I'm going to use this on Deskbot 9, just so that its defense goes up, just because I can. Yeah, so 10,500. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's a bit smaller than it usually is because, Deskbot 2s aren't doing any of that nonsense, but that's another thing that I do really like about this card, is the fact that this deck, because I'm playing the full amount of Deskbot base and I'm playing 3 terraformings, I'm also playing Chicken Game in here. And Chicken Game says the person with the lowest life can't take damage, but if your opponent's higher than you, you can just kill them outright with 9, even though you have Chicken Game on field. That is actually a very neat interaction that I really like for this deck, because that was a problem I was having with the deck testing it in the past, was that you would have Chicken Game up and you couldn't kill them because you couldn't do all the damage at once. But anyway, like I said, I'm going in for another game because this video is short as fuck. Interesting. While I was playing that last game, one of my subscribers tried to request a game with me, and that game was very short. But by the time I was done, he was like, nah. He had exited out of the request, and it wouldn't bring up a request or bring up the game after I selected yes. Oh my goodness, this person just chose to go first and passed. Oh my goodness, game! 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 Game, duelist! Game! We're going in again! Alright, that was ridiculous. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. I just blind second with this deck every single time, too, because, like, you can just get into things using, like, oh my god, I've got limited removal, too. If there's any way, if I draw a machine dupe, like, it's just over. If this isn't relevant and I draw a machine dupe, it's just done. I've got 2 chances to draw into machine dupe and twin twister. Well, there's machine dupe. I'm going to activate terraforming now to go ahead and get Deskbot base, but I'm not going to activate it yet because I'm just trying to thin my deck for more cards. And then upstart twin twister. Come on. No, it's not twin twister. Fuck. Well, let's just pray. Clench our ass cheeks together in prayer and hope that it resolves. Because if it resolves, it's game. If it resolves, I smell a game shot. Because that's just a 15,000 Deskbot 9 if it resolves. And if it doesn't resolve, then I'm going to have to just play around with Deskbot base and do things like that. But it should resolve. At this point, it should resolve. Let's see, I've got the scales in my hand already, which is neat. So I'll just add 9. I'll go ahead and add 9. And then I'll machine dupe here on this, and then get 2 2s out, and that will just be the end of that. This deck is extremely ignorant with how it just opens up a game shot, just incredibly easily and incredibly quickly. Like, this is a 3,000 attack Deskbot 9, or not 3,000, excuse me, I'm missing a 0, 30,000, because it's 15,000 just with 3 machine dupe and Deskbot base. That's 15,000 by itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 3 just in case something happens, and then I'm going to get 6. So that'll work there. And so what I can do now is that I can activate 5, and I'll activate 5 and I'll activate 8. So that everything seems to be working fairly well in terms of if... Well, I don't have anything in the grave, so if it gets popped here, like, that's not going to get value, but I mean, it's fine. Because at this point, I think Deskbot 3 would be game by itself, maybe, with Deskbot base up, if I just played this back in the scale. Who knows? Not me. But we'll activate our ability to pendulum summon. I'm just so excited. I love pulling this off. It's so retarded. It's so retarded when you actually pull this off. So I'm going to activate this on 9 so that he goes, you know, big. And then I'll use 9 to suck up the attacks of all these, and it should be 15. If my recollection of how math works is correct, it should be 15,000. So this will gain, and then if it attacks, yep, 15k, and then when it attacks, I'll just damage calc limit for removal. Calculating damage, yeah, we've got it. Smoke him if you got him. Might as well, right? Whee! Oh, game. Game is the greatest. I want to know what this is, but I actually just don't. It was probably like Mirror Force or something like that. It was probably an actual battle trap. But it kept asking him for a response window, so I don't know exactly what it could have been, actually. But anyway, that is going to be it for this video, because I've been being incredibly ignorant with this Deskbot deck. Hopefully I can get some more games of it. Those might not be going up today, but I'm going to be trying to get more games of this deck because it's so ignorantly fun. Like, you just end games with this. Look at this. Look at how many zeros are here. This is a Vanguard number in Yu-Gi-Oh! Why? I don't understand. But anyway, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the nonsense you usually do. Click on that if you have not. I'd greatly appreciate it. It helps me make money, and there's no reason to lie to you guys about that, and it just is a great way to show your support of the content I'm producing, and it shows very much so that you like the stuff that I'm doing, and it motivates me to further continue creating the things that you like. If you want to suggest a deck for me to play, send me a deck list to my Facebook fan page. Link for that is in the description. Make sure it's all ready to go. I have been saying only TCG legal, but I want to play more OCG stuff, so if you, especially if you have OCG stuff from like newer decks that are out and stuff like that, definitely send those in. I'm very interested because I want to start playing more OCG related strategies because I've kind of burnt myself out on TCG for a little while, and I just don't want to deal with Bosch outside of the competitive events that I'm going to. But Other than that, that is it for this video, and as always guys, take care. Vanguard Duelist X out.